I don't know, you guys, maybe I'm crazy for this one, but Mission Impossible Rogue Nation just didn't really do it for me. What's up, you guys? It's Jonathan Carter, and we are back with our Mission Impossible Road 2 series, leading all the way up to Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning in just a couple of weeks. This is episode 5, and we are going to be talking about Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
Oh my God!
For those of you that have been following along, I am working through the Mission Impossible series each week leading up to the 8th entry coming out in just a couple of weeks. And before I started all of this, I had only seen 3 Mission Impossible movies. Mission Impossible 3, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, and Mission Impossible Fallout. A weird kind of watch order for this series, but it has been kind of a lot of fun to not only like watch these movies leading up to the new one, but also to kind of stop and review and dissect them and see the journey that Ethan Hunt, Tom Cruise, and the supporting cast of characters go on that leads to the final film. Well, or the latest film, maybe the final film for Tom Cruise. That remains to be seen. So before we jump into this, please be sure to like and subscribe. Check me out on TikTok, Instagram, Spotify for podcast versions of these reviews if you're more into podcasts. That being said, without further ado, let's get into the review. Okay, so right from the jump off of Rogue Nation, Ethan Hunt, Tom Cruise's character, is basically a criminal against the U.S. government. The IMF has been disbanded. The government is hunting Tom Cruise, or Ethan Hunt. And simultaneously, while that is happening, Ethan Hunt is basically trying to uncover and figure out what this secret identity organization that wants to take over the world, known as the Syndicate, he is trying to figure out what they are they real, and it becomes this whole conspiracy where Ethan doesn't have any proof that they're real, but of course we know that they're real and he's like seen it.
Ethan, where are you?
The Syndicate is real. A rogue nation trained to do what we do.
He has no proof of it to show the US government, and would they even believe him if they did? But we know the Syndicate is real, and Ethan is going to somehow figure out a way to prove that. And while he's doing that, he is being chased by and hunted by the US government. This is really, really nice coming off of Ghost Protocol because Rogue Nation actually feels connected to the movie that came before it, which is a first for the Mission Impossible series. You get returning cast members, returning characters of Luther, Benji, and then Jeremy Renner's character as well. And Mission Impossible Rogue Nation is probably best known for giving us the introduction to Rebecca Ferguson's character, Elsa. Her character works for a different secret agency that she basically rivals Ethan's character of like that he's unstoppable, he's gonna go out and get it done, like what we've known him for these 5 movies. She is a parallel to him, and the way this movie, it introduces her like, is she a villain? But then you find out she's kind of rogue, but she's tied up in her own conspiracy as well with the Syndicate trying to get out. And it really does create this nice parallel where Ethan has kind of met this unstoppable like equal, where they end up having to work together. And Rebecca Ferguson's character, Elsa, creates she is such an interesting character and dynamic played against Ethan's character in the sense that they are the same. They are both going to meet their goal and they are going to do it no matter what, like no matter who gets in the way. And that kind of unstoppable where they can't work past each other, they end up having to work together, and it creates that like will they, won't they type of relationship vibe.
And option 3?
Come away with me.
Oh boy.
Creates just a very fresh and interesting and new dynamic for the Mission Impossible movies when we are talking like the 5th entry in the series. That is not an easy thing to do. But unfortunately, when it comes down to it, this might be controversial, but Rogue Nation just felt so bland and vanilla to me. So I actually paused for a second, hear me out. I watched this movie like on streaming years ago when it came out to streaming, and I actually fell asleep. To me, I still feel this way, like I fought it a little bit to like get through the beginning of this movie, but I found out that even though the pace is really, really slow for the first hour of the film, it definitely picks up in like the second half, back half of the movie. But while Rogue Nation is easily better than the original trilogy of Mission Impossible movies, it really, coming off the highs of Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, this one can't really compare. It just feels like a little bit of a step down. And even in the way of Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol had that big, famous action sequence that it's known for of Tom Cruise climbing the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. They did up the ante with this when they had Ethan Hunt's character Tom Cruise like literally on the side of a plane at the beginning of the movie, where he literally filmed that. There's like whole back, behind the scenes footage of it and everything.
Course of it. I mean, I was just trying to keep my feet on the ground. You see, I'm trying desperately to keep my feet on the flooring there.
That whole sequence feels a little odd because it happens at the beginning of the film and we don't really know like exactly what's going on. It just feels like unnecessary. Like it looks really cool, but you're like, okay, like what did that have to do with the movie though? What made Ghost Protocol so smart is like they had no other choice, like Ethan's team, but to get on the outside of the Burj Khalifa and break into another room from the outside. So it like the plot had everything working up to that point, and Rogue Nation doesn't have that. Don't get me wrong, you definitely do get like amazing action sequences here. Like there are countless like great fight choreography, great driving motorcycle sequences, and Tom Cruise is as great as ever. He is, from coming off of Ghost Protocol and even Mission Impossible 3, he really has settled into this version of Ethan Hunt. And the supporting cast, Benji, Simon Pegg, Luther, Jeremy Renner, all of that, they are, Rebecca Ferguson, the introduction to her, fantastic. Like everything is great here. Everything, like on paper, this should be like a really fantastic, unstoppable film. It's just not. It's just a little, like, it's not bad, but it like is like good to great. It just, something about it like didn't translate well from pen to screen, and I don't know if I'm the only one that feels this way. Like, let me know in the comments what you think about this movie, if you're with me on that or not. Breaking it down in the verdict, that's basically it. While it is a really good movie on paper, it's got the action scenes, it's got the spy espionage thriller kind of writing. It has like Tom Cruise at his best here, settling into the Ethan Hunt character. It's got the introduction of Rebecca Ferguson. It's just like something is holding it back a little bit, and it just feels a little bland. So, all that being said, I'm going to give Mission Impossible Rogue Nation a 7 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts on this film in the comments. Let me know if I'm crazy, if you guys like completely disagree with me. I'm going to link Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol right here, and then the playlist to the Mission Impossible movies over here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, I will see you guys on the next one.